Hello and welcome to another class of English language grade 5. The topic of the day is reinforcement. We are going to do some exercises related with vocabulary, grammar and writing. The vocabulary which is going to be covered is related with food, fashion and clothes. The grammar is related with nouns and quantifiers. And the writing is related with a short text about your favorite food. So, what are quantifiers? A quantifier is a word or a phrase that we place in front of the noun in order to talk about the quantity of the noun or the amount. The quantifiers are some, any, much, many, a lot of, a few and a little. And they can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. However, there is a difference. Some, any, and many, and a few as well, are used with countable nouns. And any, much, and a little are used with uncountable nouns. Let's see the words which we have here. We have lettuce, salt and pepper, mustard, stew, cucumber, steak, mayonnaise, cabbage, mushrooms and vinegar. Let's see which words are countable and which are uncountable. Mushrooms is a countable noun. We have a plural form and a singular form. If we have a plural and a singular form, we have a countable noun. So, a mushroom to mushrooms. Vinegar is an uncountable noun. Why? Because it only has a singular form. Let's continue. Mayonnaise, steak, stew, salt and pepper, lettuce and mustard as well are all uncountable nouns, whereas cucumber, cabbage and mushrooms are countable nouns. Some, any, many, much, a little and a few. Let's see them in the sentences. Some is used with affirmative sentences, both with countable and uncountable nouns. Any is used with questions and negative sentences. Much is used in negative sentences, and a few and a little. A few is used with countable nouns and a little with uncountable nouns in different sentences. Now let's do some exercises related with quantifiers. Read and circle A, B or C. You're going to read the sentences which are on the board and you're going to think about the answer. Then we're going to see together if you guessed right. This cake has got yogurt, a lot of, many or a few. Be careful. When you try to guess the right quantifier, you should always look at the noun, if it is a countable noun or if it is an uncountable noun. The second step is to see the sentence, if it is an affirmative sentence, a negative or an interrogative sentence. Let's continue with the second one. We have, there aren't cherries in the bowl. Some, many or much. The third sentence, I don't put sugar in my coffee. Any, a few or many. How glasses of water do you drink every day? Any, much or many. The fifth sentence, there isn't milk in the bottle. Much, some or many. And the last sentence, he eats fruit every day because he wants to be healthy. The alternatives are a few, many, and lots of. Now, I want you to think about the answers for each question, for each sentence. As I said, you have to keep in mind the noun. Is it a countable noun or is it an uncountable noun? Is it a positive, interrogative, or negative sentence? In this way, it will be easier to guess the correct answer. Have you thought about it? Let's check the answers together. This cake has got a lot of, many, a few yogurt. In this case, the correct answer is a lot of. Why? Because many is used with countable nouns and a few as well is used with countable nouns. Yogurt is an uncountable noun, so we can choose a lot of and it is correct. In the second sentence, there aren't some, many, much cherries in the bowl. Cherries is a plural noun, in this case countable, so many is correct. Why? Because much is used with uncountable nouns. You can say, teacher, can't we use some? Because cherries is in plural. No, we can't, because we have a negative sentence. And we said that we do not use some with negative sentences. The third sentence is, I don't put any, a few, and many sugar in my coffee. In this case, apart from the noun sugar, which is uncountable, we have to see that it is a negative sentence. And we choose any with negative sentences. I don't put any sugar in my coffee. Let's continue with the fourth one. How, any, much, or many glasses of water do you drink every day? In this case, we have many. Why many and not much? Because you might ask, why not much? Because water is uncountable. Be careful. In this case, we are watching glasses of water and not water itself. So, when water has a container in front, it becomes countable. And from the alternatives here is how many, because you cannot say how any. It is a fixed construct, how many. There isn't much, some, or many milk in the bottle. We have there isn't much milk in the bottle because much is used with negative sentences, as we said before. And then the last one is, he eats lots of fruit every day because he wants to be healthy. A few and many is incorrect. Lots of is the correct sentence in this case. I hope you guessed right. Now we are going to do another exercise in order to improve our language skills. Read and underline. We need a lot of much mushrooms for the pie. In this case, the first one is already given the answer, so a lot of is correct. I want you to think shortly about the correct answer, then we are going to revise them again together, like we did with the previous exercise. We haven't got much olive oil, is the first sentence. There are a few, a little cucumbers in the fridge. There isn't much or many mayonnaise in the jar. I need a few, a little sugar in my tea. Do you need many carrots for the soup? We've got a lot of a little eggs in the fridge. So again, I invite you to think about the answer by keeping in mind that we use quantifiers with countable and uncountable nouns. But look at the nouns in order to guess right. Have you thought about it? Now let's check the answers together. We need a lot of mushrooms for the pie. As we already said, it was given. It was an already given answer. For the first sentence, we haven't got much olive oil. Why much and not many? Because olive oil is an uncountable noun. There are a few little cucumbers in the fridge. Why a few and not a little? Because cucumbers is a plural noun, is a countable noun. And we use a few with plural nouns, countable. There isn't many mayonnaise in the jar. We use isn't. Why? Because mayonnaise is uncountable. Then we have, I need a little sugar in my tea. It is still a little because sugar is still an uncountable noun. Do you need much or many carrots for the soup? Many, of course. Why? Because carrots is a countable noun, plural form. And we've got a lot of little eggs in the fridge. A lot of is the correct answer because eggs is a countable noun in plural form. I hope you guessed right also for this exercise. We are going to continue with some revision about clothes and fashion. We have the words cap, scarf, gloves, boots, jumper, jeans. The correct verb to use is put on. I put on, and the correct verb is take off, the contrary. So the contrary verb for put on is take off. I put on my jeans every day and I take off my shirts every day are two simple sentences. We have shoes, shirt, jacket, shorts, coat, trousers, boots, dress and skirt. All these words you have already taken them and we did a simple revision. Let's continue. I invite you to complete a simple exercise. Before starting reading the exercise, I want you to take a look at the photo. Here we have Lily and Liam. They are at the beach. They are having a great day. And Charlie is with them as well. So what are they wearing? I want you to think of it. See the colors, see the items, and then we are going to continue with the exercise. Now let's continue. Hello, this is me, Liam and Charlie. It's hot and sunny. I'm wearing my red and the blue. Lily is wearing her favorite. It's yellow. Look at Charlie. He's wearing Dad's green and black. He is very funny. So, I invite you for a few seconds to complete the empty spaces, and then we are going to revise them together. Are you ready? The correct answers are: hello, this is me, Liam and Charlie. It's hot and sunny. I'm wearing my red shorts. So Liam is wearing his red shorts. And a blue t-shirt. He's wearing a blue t-shirt. Lily is wearing her favorite dress. Let's see it. So Lily is wearing her favorite dress. It's yellow. So here we have Lily with her yellow dress. Then we see Charlie. What is he wearing? Look at Charlie. He's wearing Dad's green trousers. So Charlie is wearing green trousers and black shoes as well. He's very funny. So Charlie is wearing Dad's green trousers and his black shoes. This was the exercise. Now we are going to continue with something else. We're going to read the text and follow the steps for making baked potatoes. So, as I said at the beginning of the lesson, we were going to review a short text about your favorite food. This is a recipe chosen by Liam. We're going to read it together, then we're going to do an exercise. Baked potatoes. Ingredients for 5 people by Liam. We need 5 potatoes. We need butter. We need grated cheese, salt and pepper. Now we're going to see the steps that Liam used in order to make his favorite dish. But be careful. Pay attention because we are going to do an exercise after reading this text. To make baked potatoes, first wash and dry the potatoes. Then make holes in the skin with a fork and put the potatoes in the oven. Next, bake the potatoes for 60 minutes. When they are ready, take the potatoes out and cut them in half. Finally, put some butter on the potatoes and grate some cheese over them, and some salt and pepper. So this was Liam's favorite recipe for 5 people. Now we are going to do an exercise related with this text. We are going to match the 5 sentences with the correct pictures. We have first wash. Make holes in the skin with a fork. Bake the potatoes for 60 minutes. Cut them in half. Grate some cheese over them. So, you are going to take a few seconds in order to match the sentences with the correct pictures. As I said, I already read the sentences. Now you can watch for a minute the pictures and try to connect them correctly. Okay, time is up. Let's continue and see if you have guessed correctly. We have to We have to first wash was with picture C. Make hole in the skin with a fork was picture D. Bake the potatoes for 60 minutes was picture E. Cut them in half was picture B. And the last one, grate some cheese over them, was picture A. So this was the exercise related with the text that we read, and I hope you guessed right. It is your turn. I want you to talk with your friend and then write how to make your favorite special food. You can choose a sandwich recipe, or you can go online and see step by step how to prepare your favorite food. I want to thank you for following the lesson of the day. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and I wish you luck with your English lessons.